Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's video covers a serious and developing story involving former VCHA member KG and JYP Entertainment USA. While this isn't a typical K-pop update, it's directly connected to the industry and highlights some systemic issues that deserve more public attention. The situation includes allegations of neglect, mistreatment, and financial exploitation, and it's been making quiet waves online, despite the gravity of the claims. Trigger warning. This video includes mentions of self-harm, abuse, and descriptions of physical injuries. If you feel uncomfortable with these topics, or if they may be distressing for you, please take care of your mental health and consider skipping this video or seeking support. On December 7th, 2024, KG officially announced that she would be leaving both the girl group VCHA and her agency, JYP Entertainment USA. The news came shortly after reports that she had filed legal documents to terminate her contract. In her statement, KG alleged that during her time under the company, she and her fellow members experienced prolonged mistreatment and were often pushed beyond their limits, both mentally and physically. KG claimed that the members were required to continue training, even when they were ill or physically injured. According to her, injuries and illnesses were not viewed as legitimate reasons to rest or recover. Instead, they were often ignored or dismissed by staff. The pressure to perform and meet strict expectations allegedly overrode any concern for the girls' well-being. She emphasized that her complaints were not directed at any one person, but were indicative of broader structural problems within the idol training system. One of the most serious incidents outlined by KG was a suicide attempt by a fellow VCHA member in February 2024. According to the legal filings, the member consumed 42 NyQuil pills, resulting in severe physical symptoms the next morning. KG alleges that staff initially dismissed signs of distress, who believed it was just another symptom of a dieting issue, something unfortunately normalized in the idol world. The company reportedly instructed the members to keep quiet about what had really happened, fearing public backlash or scrutiny. Beyond mental and physical health concerns, KG also brought up financial exploitation. According to her statement, JYP Entertainment USA purchased a luxury apartment valued at $2.5 million for the members to live in. However, what wasn't made clear to the girls at the time was that the cost of the apartment would be deducted from their future earnings. This meant that each member instantly inherited a debt of around $500,000. KG stated she was never properly informed of this beforehand and only discovered the implications later, feeling blindsided and trapped by the arrangement. In her legal filings, KG also alleged privacy violations within the group's dorm. She claimed there were hidden cameras installed that monitored the members' daily routines, including their eating habits and conversations. These allegations raise serious concerns about the level of surveillance and control imposed on idols, particularly minors. If true, this would be a significant breach of privacy and could potentially violate child protection laws. The legal case she filed includes over 132 pages of evidence, including photographs, hospital records, text messages, and sworn statements. Among the documentation were images of KG in medical facilities following injuries sustained during training, as well as messages that showed her expressing pain and exhaustion while still being expected to train for evaluations. In one case, she mentioned having to go all out in dance practices despite being physically injured because their monthly evaluation was coming up, a requirement she said she couldn't skip without risking her position. She also recounted a specific injury from when she was just 16 years old. After repeatedly practicing a difficult dance move for hours without rest or water, KG tore a tendon in her shoulder. Despite being in visible pain, she and two other injured members reportedly weren't taken to a medical center until 2 days later. Even then, they were given injections without being told what medication was being administered. KG shared that shortly after this incident, she suffered a leg injury that was treated similarly, again without transparency, and that she was quickly pushed back into training, despite not being fully recovered. Photos submitted as evidence in her legal filing showed visible swelling, bruising, and medical bandages, as well as a photo timeline showing her return to training just days after being treated. These images paint a stark picture of what she says was an environment that prioritized performance over health and safety. Despite all this, KG was careful in her public statements to say that she does not place the blame on specific individuals. Instead, she framed the situation as part of a larger systemic problem in the entertainment industry, particularly in the idol trainee system where pressure to succeed can override ethical considerations. She also made a point to thank fans for supporting VCHA and encouraged continued support for the group's future activities. Additionally, she expressed gratitude to Park Jin-young, known as JYP. Since making her claims public, KG has continued to share new evidence, including private messages and never-before-seen photos that give further insight into her experience. These updates appear to be part of the ongoing court proceedings, which have yet to reach a final conclusion. If KG's claims are validated in court, JYP JYP Entertainment USA could face serious legal consequences. Potential charges may include child labor violations, child neglect, endangerment, and privacy violations. The case also raises broader questions about how entertainment companies, particularly international subsidiaries, treat their young artists, especially minors under contract abroad. The legal process is still ongoing, and as of now, there has been no official verdict. However, this case has already prompted industry-wide conversations about artist welfare, the lack of regulatory oversight, and the emotional and physical toll placed on idol trainees, especially in international contexts where legal standards may differ. That's it for today's video. Thanks for sticking through this important update. Please feel free to share your thoughts respectfully in the comments. If you want to stay updated on stories like this and more industry coverage, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Until next time, stay safe and take care of yourself.